a clip from the Blabbew Podcast. And if you want more, check out the full pod on the Eddie Abbew channel. And new episodes every Friday at 4 p.m. Let's get on with the video. But there's a lot of stigma about fasting and a mainly fat diet for... I think with bodybuilding, they think it's for the look, but with a physical sport like cycling or whatever, they're like, well, that won't work for me. You need carbs or you need this. You can't not eat because then you'll be deprived of energy.
The difficulty is you've known something all your life. Mm-hmm. It took me a long time. I'm a bodybuilder. I've been training. I've been advising people for years. I started coaching bodybuilders since 91. And I did it until 2017 when I thought I can't do this anymore. But to be doing what I'm doing now, I'm telling you that you can build a decent amount of muscle, a lot of muscle, with just eating 3 or 4 meals. But it's what you eat. You're not going to be, and it'll be proper muscle rather than feeling bloated. Now these kids coming in and they are bulking and you see they got like eyes are all puffy and they got like puffy skin. The skin is bad. They got digestive problems. And they're fat, basically. That's because they're eating the wrong food. Now, I mean, instead of saying, oh, no, this doesn't work, I want to prove it to you. You know, whoever says, oh, Eddie's trying nonsense, let me prove it to you. Mm.
But let's say for a performance sport, people, it'll be so long until people get that.
Well, but I still believe that the tide will turn because you only need a few decent. In our community, we got a professional rugby player. We got, professional basketball players who are like, oh my God, I'm fueling myself with fats, and I'm told, but look, what you want is energy, and you need efficient energy source. Carbohydrates not an efficient energy source. You know. Blood sugar goes up, and so if you can teach your body how to predominantly get its energy from fats, then you use fats. And then like right now, if I put, because I'm fat adapted, I've been eating like this for years now. If I put a little bit of carbohydrates in my training, I feel like Superman. But because my body knows it's metabolically flexible. These athletes are not metabolically flexible. So all they're doing is just relying on carbs. And they walk around with blood sugar. And I'm saying that you can actually perform better if you teach your body to become fat adapted so that it's running on both carbohydrates and fats. Because carbohydrates, like fat is like endless supply. You can just keep going with fats. And then when you need a bit of carbohydrates, put a little bit of carbs in, boom, it's like turbo. Rather than saying, oh, Eddie's why don't you flipping try it? You know, crazy. That's the whole work.
You do say that.
Yeah, no, but I think the other thing was also, there's someone made a comment, I get it all the time. Oh, where's your source that says red meat is better than whey protein? I'm like, how far have we gone? How far back have we gone? You see, so when it comes to nutrition, right, there is no diet that's good. We see people say about the blue zone and the green zone. All shit. Listen, they all got good gut health. The blue zone, they don't need ultra processed crap. That's the whole point. Everybody's like, let's go to blue. Let's see what the blue zone need. No, there are so many people, different hunter-gatherers. There are still hunter-gatherers living in the forest.
Yeah, like indigenous tribes.
Absolutely, who got brilliant gut health. But the problem is that these guys don't need crap.
And they don't eat often.
No, of course not.
People think you have to eat every day and you have to eat enough every day, but you just...
You see when you find the food, that's what we're supposed to do as human beings now. But all these companies manage to convince us to eat 6 meals a day, 3 big meals, 3 snacks, and we walk. It's all nonsense. And as soon as you realize that, the reason why 1 in 2 of us will get cancer is because of what we're eating, the way we've been advised about nutrition. But unfortunately, there are a lot of... Look, I say unfortunately, but fortunately, there are so many people listening. You've got to look at the positive. I mean, how many young people are messaging us?
Yeah, it's big, isn't it?
If you look at that, Insta highlight story, I put it all in there. There are thousands of people saying, Eddie, you're changing.
Let's say Steve-O today. Like, these people get inspired, they do it, and then other people will do
But that's what you were saying, Steve. What did you say? You're inspiring the young when you're cooking.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, we are, though. You're inspiring that you're teaching them how to cook, advising them on what to eat. And it's not about, oh, Eddie's saying that. Well, I tried what Eddie's saying, it's worked. That's why we're getting the following. I tried what these guys are saying. That's it.
It was so much at the start. It was a lot of I haven't tried it.
That's it.
Where are your sources?
Yeah.
And then once people tried it, they changed from.
Absolutely. So basically, instead of just going around saying Eddie's trying nonsense, why don't you try it? And then you can say, but the ones that say, oh, I did what I followed Eddie's diet, I felt this. That's just stupidity. Do it properly. Let me show you how to do it.
They think sometimes it's just have a few steaks and.
But that was the thing with the athlete thing we put out. There was loads of people saying, "Oh, Eddie doesn't do this, doesn't do that." But then there was a few people who were like saying, "I'm a triathlete. I do this, and I am on Eddie's diet, and I've got a new PB. I've never performed this well before."
Literally.
That's exactly. You see,
so many rugby players, football players.
And I call them idiots with confidence, because an idiot is somebody who doesn't want to try something, just want to criticize it before you tried it. Now, I'm from a different school, 6 meals a day, high carbohydrate meals all the time. And then for me to be saying this, he's going, hang on, wait. This guy is 60 years old. Why is he saying that? If I was smart, I would think, okay, let's try it. Like what your Freddie is saying, even though they're in the comments, in the video that you put out about we're going to have super athletes who are being powered by both carbohydrates and fats, predominantly fats. You know, there are people saying, oh, Eddie's shit, but there are others saying, hang on, I've tried what Eddie's saying, and I'm breaking my personal best and all of that. It's the same. This is the way I train. I feel like an animal.
Do you think you could... Wait, is there a sport that you think you could do now and be like boss in it? Would you try? Because you never been... you said that you weren't confident as a football player, but then would you be like...
Oh, no, I was very at football. My coordination is not very good. Oh, my God. I was at football. They just put me in the goal.
I don't believe that.
No, because I had good reflexes. Let's play tennis. My reflexes were good. So I used to be put in the goal. Sometimes I was actually the goalkeeper for hockey at school, but I was really at football. I remember I went to take a penalty once, and I ended up kicking the mud, and the team was like, oh, "What was that?" And the ball went, a bit like what's his name, Stuart Pearce back in the day. Like, what was that? Gareth Southgate did a penalty like I did when I was a teenager. But yeah, what kind of sport would I want to? I just think about it.
What sport do you think would benefit the most from the fats diet?
Marathon runners.
Oh, true. That's a good one.
Because they've been duped into thinking, oh, you got to put all these carbs in.
Yeah, but the night before.
Before carb load, it's bollocks. Because obviously bodybuilding is different, because you got to engorge your muscles with glycogen to make it show on the stage. But with what's it called? With marathon runners, if you start training thinking, okay, fat is my energy source, not carbohydrate. Carbohydrate's the most unstable energy source. Fat is my energy source, and slowly just keep training yourself using fat, because you got 9 calories in a gram of fat, and you got 4 calories in.
And surely you'd crash a bit in the night and then wake up.